In this video, we're talking about conditional access, which is, I guess, one of the administrative features through Microsoft. To get there, you can do this as a global admin, or if you have the permissions to go there, or as or as a delegated admin. So, since I'm in as the global admin, we're going to first start off in the Microsoft 365 admin. We're going to first start off in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, scroll down, and then just do all admin centers and Microsoft Entra. And we'll wait for that to open up. Perfect. On the left-hand side, we have conditional access, and this will give an overview of conditional access. And we're going to go to policies. Now, I've already set up a policy, so we're just going to go over it. What you're going to need to do for the policy that we're setting up is basically making it so MFA is required unless you're at a known location. So particularly at an IP address of the office or somewhere else that's known. So location-based MFA, and you can title it. And then what I'd recommend is that you do all users and then exclude your global admin. So these type of roles, global administrator, and then if you have any other exclusions you want to add, do that. The reason I would do your global administrator is if you set up the policy wrong and it locks you out, which it can. We've had people do it in the past where they've set up some sort of conditional access, and rather than testing it, they just locked out their global admin. It was quite a mess. So eventually got it figured out, but I would just recommend forcing your MFA onto your global administrators manually. Don't try and do it through a policy. That's my 2 cents. And then target resources, all cloud apps, and then network. I think they've worked. There's this nice little new option here. I think they've changed some stuff up. It used to be under conditional access. Under the conditions, you have your locations, and so that's where you would do all places this applies to, excluding your known public IP addresses. Now under network, you have all locations and exclude. So I think they've kind of split this off, which I kind of like that I'm assuming most people use the network as where they're coming from. It does look like they're doing geo-IP now too, potentially. It does look like they're doing geolocation as well now, which is kind of cool. I haven't messed with that too much, but I like that they're making that as a split. And then at the bottom, you're going to do grant access and require MFA. So there's a few different options here. We generally just do this one, but at some point it wouldn't surprise me if we get more strict on that. Select it. Oh, and require one if selected. You could require all selected, but we've only selected one. If you're adding more, I guess you can decide there what you want to do. Hit select, and then use continuous access evaluation, strict location. This is fine. And we'll click select and enable. It is too bad they used to have an option to report on the policy, so you could set up the policy, test it out, and see what the reaction of the policy was going to be. It looks like they've recently removed that, so just double check your work before you hit save, and then hit save. But again, exempt global administrator so you can get back in and change it if you mess something up. And we'll hit save, and we're set up. Now, if you're wondering where do I add the locations, right here on the left, name locations, that's where you can put in the IP addresses or geo-IP locations and whatnot. Pretty basic, but pretty straightforward. But that is the basics of setting up policies. I'm sure there's other policies you can set up. This is the one we generally do for clients. If you have any questions about that, feel free to leave a comment below or reach out to us. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.